Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Excuse me. Today, the topic of discussion is again the series of the game theory, and this is my third lecture about the concept of the game theory. And in this concept, in the area of the game theory, today we will discuss about some important development in this area. And what are the some important development in this area? There are some important development. First of all, which we have to focus in our overall course. Okay, so today just I am just going to highlight okay, what topic we will cover under these series of the game theory, and finally after completion of 20 and 25 lecture, we I will relate this topic with uncertainty or theory of uncertainty. And in the theory of uncertainty, we will cover with respect to the firm and with respect to the consumer, both side. Okay, so keep in touch. Now, Carnot, duopoly, quantity, setting model, idea developed by Carnot in 1838. This is very important topic which we have to cover, and how the firm set its quantity to maximize revenue. Okay, and what should be the strategies under this model we will cover here. Now, the second important topic of game theory, backward induction, backward induction, idea given by Zermelo in 1913. Similarly, von Neumann, von Neumann, 1928, and Borel, 1938. Von Neumann was very prominent mathematician, and he has multiple ideologies, and he introduced multiple concepts under the different field of economics as well as in computer science and as well as in the field of mathematics and physics. He got a degree of PhD in 18 years of his age. Now, second important, von Neumann and Moore Jenster, Moore Jenster introduce concept of zero sum game. Zero sum game. 1944. Okay, what about the zero sum game? Actually, zero sum game means ke payoff of one individual is a loss of his opponent. And you take example of zero sum game in case of political campaign or campaign regarding the election. So if one candidate become a minister or he won from that particular area of the seat, so another one has lost. Okay, so you can discuss here the zero sum game, and that concept introduced by von Neumann and Morgenstern introduced the concept of the zero sum game in 1944. Now, most important and prominent concept of equilibrium, Nash equilibrium in 1950. Again, he was another mathematician in the field of mathematics who introduced the concept of the Nash equilibrium. He was a professor of MIT, and game theory is not completed without discussion of the Nash equilibrium. So if we don't discuss the concept of the Nash equilibrium in the area of game theory, so it means that you haven't completed the discussion about the game theory. So it is very important topic, and you have the multiple series of the paper about Nash equilibrium, and inshallah we will cover all aspect of Nash equilibrium here through theoretical concept, mathematical concept, as well as through different research paper. Now, next one is dynamic games. Dynamic games introduced by Salton. Salton in 1965. Introduced by Salton in 1965. And now, most important thing of the game, information. Information may be asymmetric and symmetric. What about the meaning of the symmetric? Symmetric information means that you don't know the strategy and you don't have complete information about market behavior or about the strategies of your opponent. Okay, so it means that your information are asymmetric. And similarly, if you are certain and you have complete knowledge about others opponent informations, strategies information, in this it means that your informations are symmetric. So this concept of information are introduced by Harsani, incomplete or a symmetric information, introduced by Harsani in 1967. In 1967. And similarly, there are parallel development of the behavioral economics in this area. In 1999, development of behavioral economics in 1990. And now these are some important areas or development which we have to focus in this area or in this subject. If we don't cover these topic or these concept, so it means we will not justify our subject or our area or our debate about game theory. So first of all, I will try to cover all the topic which are feasible and possible for me. So now, first of all, I am starting one important topic or concept, and because whenever you watch or see the topic regarding game theory, so that topic actually start from the concept of the Nash equilibrium. So now today we are focusing towards the concept of the Nash equilibrium here, and I will focus some important definition and then assumption of the Nash equilibrium. Line Nash equilibrium 1950. Okay. First of all, one important thing is that you have to discuss belief. Belief. What about the meaning of the belief? Belief means what individual or player has perception, has idea about his opponent in the game. For example, consumer may or individual or player may think about my opponent play strategy A, or he may assume that my opponent will play strategy B, or he may be confused. So he has different kind of opinion and belief about his opponent and think okay, what he can do it. So it is very important, and this belief actually is related with information. This belief is related with informations in the market economy and whatever, market in market or economy etc, and these information may be incomplete or complete. Information may be symmetric or asymmetric. Both are possibilities here. Okay, so it means a belief of individual actually related with information about market structure and so on, or the information for related to his opponent strategies or what his opponent thinks, depends on these factors. Now, another important factor here, rationality. So it means whenever we talk about the Nash equilibrium, we have to clear about what is belief of individual or players in the game. Second important thing is that rationality here. It is another important factor. Rationality. What does it means? In any field of economics, either we focus about consumer behavior, we talk about producer behavior or the theory of the production, we always think about our individual or economic agent. The term, the correct word or the correct term is economic agent. Economic agent is rational. So economic agent is rational. Okay, so it means when we assume that our economic agent is rational, we have to assume here, or we have to satisfy some important characteristics. Those characteristics are depends on his psychological behavior. Okay, what are these psychological characteristics for an economic agent? First of all, comparability. Comparability. What does it means? X is better than Y or Y is better than X. You can compare. Second important thing is that transitivity. Here X preferred on Y and Y preferred on Z implies that X preferred on Z. This is the transitivity. Third important factors or important assumption of rationality for economic agent is continuity. because we assume that our preference are continuous. Okay, so there should not be preferences or choices or strategies like lexicographic strategies or the preferences. We avoid this one. Similarly, the last important factor is consistency here. Okay, so our choices are consistent. So if we satisfy these four important characteristics or axioms, so we consider that economic agent is rational. So now, what we have concluded here. So when we talk about the Nash equilibrium, first of all, we assume that okay, we should clear about the belief of individual. What is the belief of individual? Second, we assume that economic agent is rational. Okay, this is one important characteristic. Now, first of all, what is definition of Nash equilibrium? A strategy profile which consists of SI static and is a Nash equilibrium is a Nash equilibrium if for every player, if for every player UI UI SI SI star. First of all, I will clear you later what is the meaning of strategy profile. I will clear later. Aggregation of strategy strategies. It is called strategy profile. Okay. Ab now I represent here. I represent player or individual in a game, and SI represent a strategy of player I. You got my point? And we assume that these strategies SI belongs to strategy set strategy set for player I. You got my point? मैंने क्या लिखा है? I told you here I represent player or individual in a game. SI strategy of player I which belongs to strategy set. इस सेट में से कोई एक स्ट्रेटजी आई ने सेलेक्ट कर ली. So that's why just distinguish to separate single strategy I represented by small s and set of these strategies which has multiple strategies which is equal to or represented by capital S here, which is called strategy set for player I. Okay. Now, when I mark here asterisk represent best strategy from SI represent best strategy from SI, okay, that gives maximum or better payoff. You got my point? That give maximum or better payoff. Yes. That give maximum or better payoff. Now, it means this SI asterisk also belongs to SI. इससे belong करता है. अब now, when we sum up all strategies, how SI belongs to I not equal to J SI. Clear? So this is called strategy profile for individual I, and you can write for another individual what एस आई डैश माइनस यानी आई माइनस आई इस अपोनेंट स्ट्रेटेजी ऑफ आईज अपोनेंट स्ट्रेटेजी ऑफ आईज opponent, that is J. Strategy of I opponent, that is J, जो J है आपके पास. So again you can write a strategy profile for J as well. Okay. So what does it means? Come to the point here. A strategy profile, okay, means this kind of the strategy. We selected SI static, a best strategy which provide a better payoff for individual I, and this is a strategy, best strategy for his opponent. Okay, it is understood. It is raw, and this one is column. Right? So is a Nash equilibrium if for every player individual I has better payoff if he plays another strategy SI from strategy profile. यानी अगर वो स्ट्रैटेजी प्रोफाइल में से दूसरी स्ट्रैटेजी प्ले करता है तो he will not have a better option. This provide a better option or better payoff if he plays strategy as static. So this is our basic definition of Nash equilibrium. Means के Nash equilibrium is satisfy the Pareto optimality condition. Means के there is no way of better option. Okay, there is no way of better option if individual deviate from this strategy which he has already played here. Clear? जो वो play कर चुका है. So it means कि that individual has a Nash equilibrium. Now second important, कब होगा? Another column player or another player means के J. So he should have a best strategy S minus I asterisk. So simultaneously both have a best strategy and there is no option to deviate from this point in a matrix. So it means that this point is called a Nash equilibrium. Clear? Now there are some important assumption or axiom of the Nash equilibrium. Clear? So now guys, clear? Okay, what we have concluded here? We have concluded here okay, what are the some important development in the area of game theory. Clear? We pointed out here, and among these all development I have selected one important topic for you, a Nash equilibrium, because without Nash equilibrium the concept of the game theory is not possible. So that's why I have selected here the concept of the Nash equilibrium to discuss, because it is very important thing. So now guys, I think you are clear about the concept of the Nash equilibrium. Now what kind of the axioms or assumptions should satisfy to achieve a Nash equilibrium we are discussing here now. Okay, so inshallah in the upcoming video I will focus towards the axioms of the Nash equilibrium. Thank you so much.